Hey guys, so before I start the video, I would just like to say that I uploaded a video a couple of days ago that I worked really hard on, and I'm so proud of it. I put it up on my second channel where I talk about movies and stuff. I don't upload very often, but I think I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to try, and I would really appreciate if you guys could check it out. It's a video essay on The Breakfast Club. I researched, I did all my own work, and yeah, I would just really love if you guys could check it out. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Hey guys, so today's video is going to be another sort of rant, discussion, debate video. And it's going to be about finding fame on Instagram and YouTube and being overwhelmed by so many people and just in this sea of people and not being noticed, visibility, so that's the word, visibility on social media. And it's a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, just because I think we all feel insecure about it, about, our numbers, about do people like my things, is it just like people aren't seeing it, are people seeing it but not liking it, do people not care about me? And just to make it sort of easier to follow and just easier to talk about so I don't miss anything, I'm going to divide this sort of discussion into two parts. It's going to be Instagram and YouTube, and I think I'm just going to start talking about Instagram first. So I think I speak for everyone when I say that we all feel insecure about posting on Instagram, and we all feel insecure about our numbers. We all think about, how many views, as in views, how many people are going to see it, how many people are going to comment, how many, likes, is this equivalent to, the number of followers I have? And we all have that, and it sucks, because we know we shouldn't feel like that, and we know that Instagram is oversaturated with people, we know that, and it's hard for people to find us because of the algorithm, but it still doesn't, help, it's not like I can just go, oh yeah, it's because of this, and all my problems are going away because it's not something that I'm doing, but we all do. We all feel sucky about it. So I think I'm just gonna rant about the things that really irritate me about Instagram, and that is that it's so hard to put yourself out there, even when you try and you join all these pages and these groups and you like a bunch of other people's stuff. It's hard because you either degrade yourself and you grovel, which is something I mentioned in the last video. You either grovel these big artists and you try and make friends with them, but you're not actually friends with them just to get a little attention, because hopefully you'll get a shout out one day, and it sucks that we have to do that. Or you just take the traditional route and you're like, I'm gonna do this by myself, and then you can't grow because you decide not to bring yourself down to that level. But let's admit it, we've all done it. I've done it. I've commented really quick things on people's pictures just to get that. I've tried joining art groups in the past, and it's just not working out because everyone's dead and nobody really cares about your shit, even though you post it. But yeah, so that's one of the points. And the second point is the fact that Instagram and people in general, we can't just blame the algorithm. They prefer quick things, and by quick things I mean things you don't have to think too much about, things you look at and you're like, oh, that's pretty, and then you like it. And what I'm talking about is fan art of the same picture. It's Pennywise, Justice League, Suicide Squad, that shit. Not safe for work, anime, furry art, and it's the only thing that does it anymore, and it fucking sucks, because in order to get noticed you have to, again, degrade yourself just to get your original stuff appreciated. And it irritates me that these big pages that just do the same thing over and over again, they get their content from newly released posters, and they just copy it, and it's oh wow, I worked so hard on this, which they did. I'm not taking away any of their hard work, it's just, sucks. And also another thing that irritates me is the same thing, fan art of Disney. but it's like 12-year-old kids who just copy like the basic image of like Belle or something, or a popular princess, and they're like, here you go guys, and everyone's like, oh my god, I love it, and it's like, thanks. Me from the other room, who's been working on this thing for like 2 days and only got like 50 likes. But that is another thing that irritates me. And again, it's not the artist's fault. I'm not like going, oh yeah, if you do fan art of like superheroes and stuff, you're evil and you're contributing to this. I'm not. If you do that, that's chill. That's your type of art, and I'm not discriminating anyone for doing fan art. Hell, I do fan art. I just do fan art that isn't like the most popular. And it's just people's style. And I'm not really blaming the artist, I'm more like blaming the people who just, you know, look at stuff and they're like, oh yeah, I like this better than that because it takes less time to look at and think about. And another thing is like the algorithm. I know that everyone's tired of hearing the algorithm, so am I. We can't just like blame the algorithm, we can't just blame the people. It's sort of like a mix of two. And it just sucks because the way Instagram's algorithm works is you'll notice like the first stories you see and like the first posts you see every day or every time you go on Instagram are not like the most recent posts. They're the posts of like the people you like the most and the people also you interact with the most. And by that, like the logic is that, okay, you like these people better, so you'll see more. But the problem is I like everyone that I follow, and that means I want to see all of their art. And it sucks that I haven't seen people's posts in months, and that I've like had to unfollow and then follow them back so Instagram understands that like they're a newer person, so their posts will show up now. And that sucks. Take a shot every time I say sucks, by the way. And like, what's even worse is the original page doesn't help. Not the original page. The explore page doesn't help. Like, I only follow art accounts. And I'll go onto my explore page and it's like photography, memes, bad memes, by the way, bad memes and girls' butts. And it's like, I want to see art. I don't want to see makeup. I want to see art. I want to see drawings. And when I do see art, it's just like popular stuff, or it's reposts from like one of those like reposts accounts. And I'm just like, I just want to see original people. I want to see small people. I want to see small creators on my explore page, and I want to support them. And it's just a shitstorm. It's just a shitstorm of people both not caring and the algorithm just fucking us over. Like, for example, I don't want to like be complaining because there are smaller people than me, but I post stuff on my stories telling people that oh, there's a new post, or there's a new video out, or I need video ideas, or I just want to talk to you, and people won't respond. Majority of the time, people will not respond. I get like 30 to 50 views on my stories, and people just don't give a fuck. And I think that's also part of the big problem, is people just don't give a fuck. When something is over, it's like so saturated, people are just scrolling through their stories to get rid of them, and they don't properly look at them when someone could like really use that boost. And it again fucking sucks. YouTube is the big one. YouTube is the one I'm a bit more passionate about, mostly because I've been there for a long time. I've been there for going on 6 years. I've never always done art videos, but I've been there for 6 years. And again, YouTube is a much bigger problem, I feel, especially within the art community. It's just because in the art community there are popular things and then there are less popular things, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, the people who get the views are the people who do the challenges every week, are the people who do the weird stuff every week. And it sort of like feels like for little creators, like no matter what you do, you have to follow the big creators in order to get a following. So if this week the Hue challenge is the thing that's most popular, you need to hop onto that train so YouTube recommends it to people, so people notice you and you can get subscribers. But the thing is, when challenges like these are like happen in mass, people are just going to watch them, but they're not going to subscribe. It's just like one right after the other, and it's going on and on and on and on. So what makes the content original? That's the person asking, what makes the content original? Why should I subscribe to this person when this person is like, it's just on the bandwagon? And yeah, it's just a question of originality. Even in the platform in general, on the platform in general, a lot of people I have seen have reached a bigger milestone than me. Even though their content isn't original or special, they're egotistical ball bags, and they've been on the website for a shorter time, and that really makes me doubt my channel. And that's a thing. That's why I haven't been posting lately, just because I feel so shitty about it all the time. It's like I work so hard. I may not upload a lot. That's because I've scrapped ideas because I think they're not good enough to upload, and I don't want to upload something that people won't want to see. I want to upload stuff that people will want to see and will want to hear. And it just sucks that people who don't make original content, get a lot of views and get a lot of traffic. Meanwhile, people who work their asses off can't get that traffic no matter what they do. Again, people don't seem to care either. It's like one video, like, why should I give a shit? Why should I subscribe? It's very confusing and very disheartening. And sure, you might subscribe to some channels because their personality, but all these other channels, they're the same. It's the same content, it's the same jerk in front of a camera, and no originality or heart behind it. I say this a lot, and YouTube isn't a hobby anymore. It's not just about being a creator. It's not about putting something out there in the world and wanting it to be good and working hard. It's just a means to an end. And I think it's really hard for non-creative people. I was talking to my best friend about this, and it's just really hard for non-creative people to understand this. And she was bringing up the argument, well, that's just life. People are never gonna fully appreciate what you do, and they're always gonna be those people. But it's so hard for people, like us, to put so much heart into it, and to put so much passion into it, and have nobody notice it all, and even have it put down. And it fucking sucks. And I really don't want to seem like I'm complaining, because I feel like that's what everyone does. You either complain about, oh, the algorithm isn't working for me, or you either upload really motivational videos that are oh my god, you don't need the algorithm to define you, which you don't need it to define you. You just need to know that the people who are watching you and subscribe, they love you and stuff, but sometimes that's not enough, okay? I'm just here to say that sometimes that isn't enough, and yes, it can feel really disheartening, and that is valid. I'm here to say that feeling negatively about things that are happening to you and you have no control over is valid. It is valid to feel shitty. It is valid to maybe not feel so great about the content you're making. But I'm also not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, feel negatively all the time and just blame it on others. What I'm saying is, don't complain about the algorithm constantly, and don't do anything about it. Don't do nothing, is what I'm saying. And also don't put on your rose-colored glasses and think, yeah, these people love me, and don't lie to yourself. All that I want to get through, maybe with this video and with sort of this rant, is that it is okay to feel negatively about Instagram, about YouTube, about whatever the fuck is going on all social media platforms. And that nobody should ever, say, oh, well, that's life, or people should say, well, it's what's happening, and you shouldn't be so negative all the time, because maybe one day, you'll get noticed. And it's no, it's not. And maybe that's okay, because half of the people who go into art, they don't make it. They, they're not super duper famous. They don't get to work for Marvel Comics or whatever. But maybe that's okay. And I think that's something a lot of people have to wrap their head around, is that it is okay to not be big. It is okay to have very small numbers. It is okay to grow slowly, because that just means maybe like the people who are subscribing actually like do like your content and will like offer the most traffic. And also it's okay, and that your feelings aren't invalid, and there are people like you. And something that I've said in the last few days is that everyone has an audience. No matter how big, no matter how small, everyone has an audience. It just takes time for the creator to find them, and for them to find you. So I guess that's my little rant. It's really, really long, so I don't know if I can just like shorten it, shorten the audio or shorten the video, or lengthen the video, not shorten it. But yeah, that's the rant. And if you guys would like to see more of these like rant discussion, sort of me just mumbling to myself about something that I'm pissed about, passionate about, then let me know. I was actually like thinking of doing one about originality, and again, fan art and stuff, like fan art versus originality, and how that can make you seem like less of an artist, or can make you like feel like you're less of an artist because you can't create original stuff. But that's just gonna have to be for another video, and I will see you guys next week with another one. Thanks for watching.
And you took away my name. Now when you saw me, you turned away your head. You won't forgive me, and now we'll understand now and then.